Are live. I am Savage Squish 86, and we are continuing another run of our Bloodborne second playthrough with the continuation of part 9. We'll be doing the Yargul Unseen Village, the Nightmare of Mensis, and probably a little bit of the Way of Chalice Dungeons. This will probably be a 4-hour stream, maybe a bit longer. We're going to try to push through as much of it as we can. But essentially, that was my goal for this instance. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves pretty much right into that fray. I did do a little bit of tinkering with some of my Bloodborne payback with those other chalice dungeons. I have since eliminated them. I got a good couple number of levels, so I'm pretty happy about it. So, but we're going to go ahead and get ourselves situated right into the fray right away. So. Just gonna get ourselves whatever resources we need. I think I've got them all capped before I ended the stream last night. So we're gonna go ahead and head right for the Yargul Unseen Village. Find it here. Moonside Lake. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Where the hell is it? Nightmare Frontier. Chapel. Okay, I think this is where we left off, was the chapel. Yeah, we killed out those 3 hunters before we went and took on the Dark Beast, so we didn't get much further beyond the chapel at that point. So, let's get to work. Pretty much all of this is pretty much like verbatim from when we took down those 3 hunters that were in the chapel. So essentially, it's not really going to be really much of anything to be gained here, except for just, you know, minuscule echoes. So. We're definitely going to change our weapon, though, because we're going to have the crammed casket enemies now littering the streets, as opposed to the snatchers that we were originally encountering. But we will go down the stairs and get a couple of those bloodstone shards from these malformed beast things. So we got some twin bloodstone shards, we got some 16,000 echoes, so we'll definitely take advantage of that. So by dispatching that one, he will be done. Another twin bloodstone shard and some echoes. So now we'll head up the stairs and outside the main chapel's gate. The street. Now, we did not find the chapel, the healing church nun or whatever in the chapel. So there's a chanceability that she may actually be in the street level, so we're gonna see what we get. So obviously we'll navigate our way over here. I believe there is a nightmare we need to find here too. We didn't get to this part, so door is locked from the other side, so we'll open that. That's easy enough. Now we'll head down and around. Actually, we'll sweep the side of the street because it's a dead end at the end of the street anyway. Body will have frenzied cold blood. Obviously, if you recall, we didn't exactly hit this place location earlier because we were going about the quest line a little differently to get to Dejurin. So we pretty much we've done our job there, so now we can get whatever is left. We obviously took a compromise with that because we ended up missing out on some of the resources with, like, some of the snatchers and such. An unavoidable thing, but necessary all the same, so... Take the elevator up. And we're going to dive roll out onto this balcony here. And we'll have access to this other area up here. Get that nightmare before he gets away. Now we get 2 bloodstone chunks, and then down here we'll have another one of those beast things that we can also get rid of as well. Fucker. Trying to parry him is like a bitch. But he got a bloodstone chunk, and then we got another bloodstone chunk over the body. So now we'll make our way back. I'm not gonna take the bath here to teleport further ahead because we still have business on this side of the street to do. So we're gonna just use the drop points here down these steps, one by one. And we'll call the elevator down. Go ahead and get some blood bullets, and then heal, so we're at full health. And then we're gonna head downstairs, street, and take care of the rest of these crammed casket enemies. Over here, you'll find bolt paper off the patient, the civilian, bloodstone chunks off the snatcher. Another snatcher will be dead here, which we will deal with once we dispatch with the crammed casket. Grab the bloodstone chunk off the snatcher. Now let's go ahead and get these guys' attention one by one. I don't want them all coming for me, so we'll do one at a time. Except for the crammed caskets, they're all been neutralized. So now heading up here, we will find the Tantris on the body of this person here. I don't know where the hell this nun is. I figured I would have spotted her by now. Unless she's further down the street. I don't know where she would be. Wait, did I find her already? We'll keep looking. Chances are I may have already found her and I don't even realize it. We'll have to just, we'll have to see. I'll have to look it up if I have to. I figured I would have spotted her by now because we don't get here, so we don't rescue her before she ends up getting grabbed by one of them snatchers. And effectively, that would mean she was killed. Here we have Frenzied Cold Blood. This door is now open to us. Over here behind this column here, Twin Bloodstone Shard. And then we're going to head up the stairs and back the way we came. And go across here. Look, are we? No, I can't. I thought I could. No. But down here, we'll find the Yargul Hunter's outfit here. Just like we did before. We could sell that for some echoes up here on the balcony. Believe there's something here we can grab. Nope, doesn't look like that. Oh, nope, I was wrong. There it is. Frenzy Cold Blood. And then in here, we have some Madman's Knowledge on these 3 bodies. Alright, I'm not seeing her, so let's find out what happened to this broad. Maybe I overlooked her. Yeah, the nun. Okay, I'm pulling it up now. Bear with me a moment here. It looks like we don't find her. So essentially she'll disappear. So she doesn't really get killed, but she disappears. Damn. Well, that's really too bad. Well, unfortunately, that is one of the many things of consequence that we'll have to contend with, so. Unfortunately. Oh, hello. We have to avoid the blood spitting attacks from that one crammed casket. And we'll have to make our way up to this upper level up here to sort of mitigate their attacks. Over here, though, on this other balcony, though, we're going to have Frenzied Cold Blood to grab. And, bear with me a moment. Fucking dick. Just got... checking something real quick. Grab the Twin Bloodstone Shard off the beast, grab the Quicksilver Bullets off the shooter. Then we're gonna head up here, search the body for blood vials. inside this area here. We'll have a gunman on the stairwell. Go ahead and get rid of him. And then obviously down below us, we'll have another malformed beast. Batching him, we'll get twin stone shards and a temperate blood gemstone. But we're gonna go back up, not back out on the street yet. So head up to the right, which is where we will have that bath, but that we didn't take. But our real goal is across this space over here. Dispatching the bell-ringing woman will make our job easier now. So let's head down the ladder and make our way down and around, effectively putting us behind the position of the crammed caskets so that we can actually neutralize them with a little bit more ease. Here I come, fucker. And that's a wrap. Crime caskets have been neutralized. Now we'll just scour the street, get the resources off the bodies, whatever blood gemstones that were dropped, whatever other items they pretty much left behind. Madman's knowledge. Check both sides of this divergence of the street. Bear with me, man. I got a sticky substance on my freaking controller. I think it was from clean my ears. I had to clean my ears because my right ear was backed up. That's the downside with wearing earphones and using AirPods. It's a terrible hassle, but one that I am plagued with. And unfortunately, I'm blind in my left eye, so I can't really see what the hell I'm doing. And it just makes it really difficult to deal with. So now we're going to head into this next piece of business here with taking on the One Reborn enemy. So we're going to head into this fray here and essentially get into the scuffle with the One Reborn. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to immediately go up the stairs and dispatch these witches. What are you charging me for, lady? Welcome to the stream, viewer. We're continuing with our first project of the One Reborn. So once we've dispatched most of the witches from the upper balcony, we're going to want to get down here and deal with the other ones if they're here. There they are. There's one right there. We essentially... Oh, goddamn, okay. Just get rid of them. That way they don't have any power. This one here, too. I'm essentially getting my bolt paper ready because I'm going to try to use my bolt paper. Come on, get around this body. Essentially what you want to do is get the body, get the corpse up there. That's essentially what you want to do. And that's it. The corpse pile is done. So with that, we get 3 yellow bones, and we are on our way to the Nightmare of Mensis. But to get there, we're going to have to go through the lecture building in order for us to get to the Nightmare of Mensis. So essentially head over here to what would be perhaps Mikalash's body and access the lecture building. And once we get to the lecture building, go ahead and light the lantern right away from the start. And then we will be on the 2nd floor now, as opposed to the 1st floor. Head directly across the passage of the hallway over here and grab the sedative from the body. Pay mine to the patient, the student above that's going to try to ambush you. For 14,000 echoes, easy. I like it. Bloom, getting that air rune and the other runes is just freaking awesome. Hello there, dear. Nice to see you. You're a doll. Thank you, dear. Hope your day is good. Now we're gonna run across here into this, just over this classroom, and take out these students. Good opportunity to try to get your visceral attacks in and get easy 14,000 echoes. Just for the sake of it, because then we can use those to get more power. Echoes will be more and more prevalent to that, so we're pretty much gonna need to take the time, parry him before he gets the attack off, and then intercept him. So that door, I think this door opens up to the other side, which I kind of want to go on the other side. I don't want to try to get bombastic by those assholes on the other side with all their magic, Kool-Aid or whatever they're going to use. So we're going to head over into this area here. Hello, buddy. Come on. Intercept him. Visceral. Intercept him, visceral. So we got quicksilver bullets for that. Ignore the church giant over there. Nope. Come on, buddy. Visceral. That delay, that animation sound delay was pretty delayed. That was a good way to deceive me, thinking I missed him. I don't know if you heard that. There was a bit of a delay there. So inside here, obviously there's not really anything here but the notes, basically signifying the use of 3 umbilical cords. So it's mostly just lore that we're going to find here. There is the way to the Nightmare Mensis, but we're not going to go that way yet. We still have a lot of things to find up here. So we're going to head over here and take care of these enemies here. I'm not too interested in visceral attacking them, because they don't have any melee attacks. They essentially just use they just throw their Kool-Aid. Bloodstone chunk off the body, and then we can go back over here and deal with the church giant. Bear with me a moment. 1,000 apologies for that. Hold on a second. That will be an easy fix. Bear with me. Alright. I think we're pretty good now. I just had to check a few things here. Never really had the issue with my mic before, but it's always kind of flippant because I'm always worried. I was just checking to make sure my mic was working. I did it. So, alright, back to business as usual. I had that phone call. That was an important call I had to take, so thank you for sticking around. I apologize for the disruption. But we're going to go ahead and get started with heading into this area first and foremost. We could very well go down and take on that giant. We're not going to do that quite just yet. So we're going to get started with heading into here, opening the chest. And we got Madman's Knowledge. We already had that one item already equipped, so that was essentially an easy fix. I believe we got a rune. That's what it was. There was a rune there. We got the rune. So now we're going to go ahead and take on the church giant, but we're going to need something with blunt damage. So we're going to go ahead and use the Hunter's Axe, which is blunt damage. We could use anything with blunt damage, but I like using the Hunter's Axe more. With that, we'll get the twin bloodstone shards. And then heading down here, good old Patches the spider, which will get 2 insight.
This cannot be. You cannot be. No, you didn't. Oh, how did this come to pass?
So essentially, Patches is there.
Do you think ill of me? Indeed. I should think not. I shared with you. You should appreciate it, if you've a grain of gratitude in you. Yes. No matter.
So with that, we'll get Madman's Knowledge from him. And then we're going to go ahead and kill him.
That was uncharitably done.
Dickhead. So, we won't get no Madman's Knowledge or Great One's Insight from him, I don't think, there. So, that's fine. I don't really care about that. But what we are going to do is take the time to basically get a little bit more in the way of resources by getting those other students in the classrooms. So essentially we'll go real slow and we'll just backstab a lot of them. Or if we, as many as we can. On that, well, it doesn't look like we're going to get that privilege now. Pretty much the jury's out on that one. there's a big one. Fuckers in there. Kool-Aid. Man, got licorice legs or something, like Stretch Armstrong. And most of them, these other ones will stay seated. Take advantage of this one. It's kind of really cool to watch the lightning strike off that thing. As you know, I kind of wish, you know what, it would be cool is if it had an arc effect, where like if it hit an enemy, it would arc out and hit other enemies. You know what I mean? That would just be really awesome to me. I think that would be such a great talent. I mean, it would definitely make taking on multiple enemies really efficient. I mean, don't get me wrong, fire damage is great because it does great damage, but I mean, I think they could have did lightning or bolt a lot better in my opinion. I think they could have made it an arc style kind of thing, but I don't think they would have done that only because it would really make them, it would make it OP. Essentially, if you think about it, it would be OP, wouldn't it? So we're going to immediately head into this fray here and get started. First, well, we're going to go back in this room, actually. We're going to go to the Nightmare Mensis. That's where we're going to head. We pretty much have dispatched most of the threats in this area, so we're going to definitely go ahead and move forward. Straight to the Nightmare Mensis. And we are about 30 minutes in, and we're making great time. So, we're going to take the sedatives out and get that ready. Because we're going to be dealing with the brain of Mensis here. Which we all know what that fucking ugly bitch is. And then we also have a bell ringing, woman ringing a sinister bell. So we need to navigate her as well. Get rid of the Loran beasts, the silver beasts, whatever you want to call them. But directly ahead of us will be a nightmare. We'll get 3 bloodstone chunks off of them. Over here on the body, some frenzied cold blood. There is our little crazy bitch. Go ahead and light the lantern. And then we're going to make our way closer. Prepare for the arrival of the Loran beast. Essentially, we wanted to get rid of him in that fashion because we don't want to run the risk of him actually getting those damn parasites out. So then we're going to get this one. Intercept him. Take him down. Get rid of him. Bring some sedative. And then we're going to make our way up and around with these asshole little living not living failures, but lost children. So we're going to definitely make the measure of just basically taking our time and avoiding the rock throws. Obviously, this one here will be a problem. We'll get rid of him. Hey, asshole. How you doing? Swamp Thing. Enemies will be a little bit more stronger, as you can see. Before, we could actually kill them with one visceral attack, but unfortunately in this instance, it looks like it's taking us a couple more. Grab the bloodstone chunks, avoid the rock throwing asshole back here. We're gonna soften him up. Come on, asshole. Missile. Intercept him with a rifle shot. And then intercept him. And that's it. All targets down. Grab the twin bloodstone shards off of Swampy. And then head over here and grab the bloodstone chunk off this one. And then what we're going to do is open up the path here. Into the castle's base area. Now, this is where we're going to actually get have a little fun just for once, because I'm not really keen on using this weapon, but I'm going to use it this instance. We're going to use the bloodletter, essentially to do blood damage to these enemies. So, essentially what we're going to need to do here is basically have ourselves ready for... First thing we're going to do is take care of these little nightmare apostles. Now you could use the Chikage or you could use the bloodletter. It doesn't really matter. Essentially they are very powerful weapons overall. But they are very vulnerable to bloodletting weapons. Bloodlettering being blood-tinged weapons. Essentially, this is blood magic. So essentially, you could use the Chikage, you could use this, you could use most of your guns, but essentially that is the scope of what that is. Get rid of this bitch now. I'm not sure what this will do for Frenzy, but we're gonna find out. Doesn't seem to do much. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. I can definitely say I would mess with this weapon a little bit. I'm not particularly fond of using this weapon because I just don't think it's very good and dependable. And it's one of those high risk, high reward types weapons. But I mean, if you're the type of person who likes really good blood tinge and has a good sense of, you know, causing frenzy, and I mean, it's going to cause frenzy in enemies. I can't really say if it'll do the same for other enemy NPCs, but it's an idea. It's an acquired taste, I will say that. So over here, we'll grab the Madman's Knowledge. Over here, we will have a couple of these other threats here. Let's go ahead and just... And that'll take care of them. Down here, grab the Quicksilver bullets. And then head up here. And grab a Shaman Bone Blade. Now, obviously, directly ahead of us will be this threat of the frickin' one of the church's students trying to act like a badass. So we're gonna definitely take care of him. Now, do we have the corruption rune on? We do not. Ugh. This is gonna be too bad because I would have liked to have gotten a blood dreg from this asshole by taking him down. I'm gonna see what I could do with the blood letter. I want to see what I can do with this. Yeah, definitely a high risk, high reward type weapon. Ooh, you motherfucker. That's enough out of you. We'll get 3 sedatives from him because we used some of our sedatives up, so that's okay. But essentially we got what we need there. So now we're going to make our way through here. And to our left, on the balcony to the left anyway, we're going to have a chest. Open the chest and inside we'll find some yellow bone. And then over here, on this right balcony... Anything here? Doesn't look like it. Now we'll head down the stairs. Let's ignore the Murgo's assistants. We'll ignore them, guys. Grab the Frenzied Cold Blood, and then head down the ladder. Elevator. Ladder. Jesus, I gotta stop doing that. I'm driving crazy with that. Outside here. We're gonna light the lantern, and now we got direct access to the castle's base. We don't have to go the long way around anymore. But we're gonna go over here and take out these other lost children. Come on, boy. Grab the Madman's Knowledge, and then we will obviously be making our way back to the Hunter's Dream for a resupply. But more importantly, we're going to stop at Murgo. We're going to stop at the Nightmare Mensis right now. We're going to do some of these Chalice dungeons, because we got some time, and we got plenty of time on the stream still, so we're going to take advantage of that. So let's go ahead and get into here, get ourselves situated with this. I'm definitely going to change my runes. So we'll get the Corruption rune. We'll go ahead and equip... we'll do Visceral Attacks, Restore HP. We'll do the Claw rune. The Beast Claw rune, which is right there. And then we're also going to do... I guess we can mess around and do the moon rune. Oh, and this is a screwed up thing. Look at this crap. Remember when I said that I got the guidance rune from the freaking DLC? Well, look at this crap. Two of the same runes. Look at this. Two of the same runes. What in the fuck is this? I'm not entirely too sure why it did this, but for whatever reason, it did this. I don't know why, but it did. So, I don't know. You could sell one of them if you want to, but you're only going to get a measly 10 echoes for it. So, I mean, I guess you could keep both of them and equip them both with the with the level 3 guidance rune, but that's really all you're going to get. Which is a huge, stupid thing. I don't understand why they did that. But, whatever. It is what it is. So we're gonna essentially grab. I think we're just gonna grab. We'll keep the moon rune on this character, and we'll get with the corruption rune. So now we're gonna pick a chalice dungeon, and I'm in no mood for busting my balls for this. So we're just gonna go ahead and do the easiest one, Thumerian Labyrinth. This will basically be one of the other infancy chalice dungeons, which we'll go about doing. Should be pretty straightforward, but essentially this is basically one of the many chalice dungeons we have from the listing of using those glitch codes to find unique chalice dungeons. In this particular instance, we're looking for a couple of runes, and I believe the Uncanny Hunter Axe. So we're going to definitely get to work on finding that. So go ahead and light the lantern, and let's get into it. Obviously, we have a side area here. We're going to head into there. Up the ladder. Sounds like we got a damn spellcaster, a bell ringing bitch. So there we go. Here we go. Intercept them. They're pretty weak. So yeah, this is gonna be easy peasy. You can tell already. They're dropping like flies and not getting much of a blood echo payout. So we have another one, sounds like. Sounds like they're trying to get to me and they can't. You know, in lieu of the fact that these guys are so weak, I think I'll use a lesser weapon. So let's, what weapon do we want to use? That's actually not very strong, but we can have some fun with it. How about the boom hammer? We haven't messed with the boom hammer in a hot minute. I'm not gonna make this my default weapon by no means. Anything that's strength related, I'm just gonna upgrade it and put it in the stash because I don't see it really benefiting me that much. Especially with it being so fragile. Oh, there's a mad one right there. But here in this room, there's a mad one right there. Why are you bowing, bro? So let's go ahead and get this one. Bam! I love it. So let's open up this coffin, and inside we will find the Uncanny Hunter Axe. So that is one less weapon we need to grab. Thing of beauty. Now we could pretty much run the other one, the other dungeon, and we won't get the axe. But what we will get in place of it will be Madman's Knowledge or Great One's Insight. So, matter of fact, you know what? I didn't even think about it. We got to get that Great One's Insight cheese. So let's head back there real quick. So we're going to just exit out, come back. The weapon will be taken, obviously, but in its place, they'll leave us some great ones in sight. So nice little cheese. Mm. And I will never say no to insight because we need plenty of it, especially if we're going to buy blood rocks. Oh, goodness. Oh, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Madman's knowledge. We didn't get great ones insight, but we got Madman's knowledge. It must be debatable. Easier difficulties you get Madman's insight. Less harder difficulty ones you get great ones insight. So curious, but it's okay. I'll take it. One is not two, but it's definitely one. Where you going, jack off? Go and grab everything that is dropped down here. Obviously, we're gonna have to make our way. There's gonna be our. Here's our madman that we saw earlier. Oh, that is fun. I don't know. Maybe I will keep the Kirk hammer. I don't know how effective it'll be with my style of play, but I'll give it a shot. Okay, I'm definitely gonna keep this weapon. This is the first time I'm actually really using it. I've never used it in all my other previous playthroughs. I've never used that because I was so busy trying to power up the other weapons. But, you know, now I got my hands on it and I'm playing with it. Yeah, I kind of like it. It's not slow either. That's the best part. You know, you think about, when you think of the hammer, you think, you know, the Kirk hammer, and, you think it's slow, or the Amidala arm, you think slow, sluggish. I mean, it hits like a fucking missile, but it's just it doesn't have any speed to it. But if you manage to connect that hit, I mean, fuck the speed. I mean, you're done. And at least the animation, I can get that visceral attack real fast too. So that's probably not a bad thing either. So, I'll keep it. I'll fuck around with it for a little bit. Looks like we got some sort of a cavern here. Makings of a tomb. Or a crypt. Coffin chest on the right. And the blood-tinged gemstone. So now we'll make our way out. And back to the main area where we'll go about taking on the first Chalice Dungeon lair. I'm not even going to worry about blood liquors at this point because the echoes are pitiful. The gemstones will be equally pitiful. So we're just gonna gun it through the level. There's a blood liquor right there. I'm not going back for her. I mean, I could very well get and sell the echoes. I could sell the gemstones, but what am I going to get for them? 80 echoes? Really? No, I'm good. So, let's head into here and get on with the business at hand here. Rats below us in a tunnel, it sounds like. Here, it looks like we got a gate locked from the other side, so let's leave some coins. There's our way out. Open the path. On the right, a body. Quicksilver bullets. Got 2 tunnels, one to the left, one to the front. Bring the hammer down. I never felt more like Thor than I do right now. Tempering blood gemstone, blood vial. So essentially, this was all basically just resources. I'm thinking the main course of our battle will be in this tunnel here. Rats and a madman. That blood gemstone, and we'll go ahead and open a path to the gate. It's kind of nice to enjoy a relaxing, simple chalice dungeon, especially if you're farming just for insight. Because essentially, you could just enjoy it. You don't have to stress out creeping into really cornered, like, oh boy, I don't want to get killed. I don't want to get killed. Worrying you're gonna get bodied by some sack of shit enemy that's lying in wait around the corner. That you would otherwise be able to rock like a baby, but because of rite rituals, they are OP as fuck. Alright, so we got this other passage here, up here. Then just take a look up here. So there we go, there's those. And this takes us to nothing. Very anticlimactic. But we got some easy kills too. Wow. Let's head into the next gate. I think there may be a side area ahead, so let's see. Bringing the hammer down. You want me to put the hammer down? Very, Yeah, but I really, it's funny because some friends of mine, we were always talking about the prospect of them making a Bloodborne 2. And one of the big things we always talked about was ideas for different weapon types. And one of them had a really cool idea. It was called the Beast Jaws. And I actually saw a concept of this. It was essentially basically like a set of like tongs, like you would use for the like a piece of meat, or like if you were like a hoof, if you were a farmer and you were a hoof trimmer, you would use the tongs to basically test the pressure of where a horse or a cow's hoof was really sensitive, so you had to trim it. Basically, the beast tongs would split into two giant swords, like the beast claw, like like. Let me see. Hang on, I'll show you. It was basically be like the beast cutter, but they would basically be like giant like shears or scissors, and they would split. And basically, you could like literally chomp them, like chomp chomp, or you could split them into two different swords. One of them was a club-based weapon, which would do blunt damage, and then the other one had teeth, and it would do serrated damage. So it kind of gave you the best of both blunt damage and serrated damage. Not necessarily something you could not use against an enemy that was vulnerable to blunt damage, but essentially a weapon you could also use against beasts and werewolves and stuff and shit. It was a genius concept, and I thought, man, if they really did make a Bloodborne 2, man, that would be a weapon I would like to see. Another person said that they would like to see. I mean, they obviously got the katana, which is great. I think what I would like to see though would be I don't know, like a shimir, like a saris, like a curved sword, like a cavalry sword, something like that. That would be pretty dope. And maybe a mace with a chain mace would be a good one too. I mean, that would be a good idea too, and it would do area damage where you could swing it above your head and do, get enemies behind you, get enemies in front of you, just spin it over your head, and it would just basically hit enemies in a wide arc. I mean, great ideas. I mean, I really wish they would make a Bloodborne 2. I mean, it's a travesty. The people still play it today. They play the first Bloodborne. That should tell you something. I would love to see a Bloodborne 2. The Hunter's Dream Reborn, or something what would we call it? Bloodborne 2, Back to the Dream. Or, Bloodborne 2 Awakening, or Bloodborne 2 The New Dream. I mean, it just resonates, I mean, it should happen. It really should. From Software, you're making a big mistake. Capitalize on this shit. Make Bloodborne 2, or at the very least, remaster Bloodborne. Remake it for PS5. You're making you're making a big fucking mistake not doing that. You have no idea that you will get, if you don't think that players will pay for this a second time, they will. We love it. We still love it. We still play it. Take advantage of the opportunity. Do not let it get away from you. So we got what we needed. We're gonna head out of here and back to the main chamber of our first boss fight with this Chalice dungeon. And our first boss fight will be the Beast-Possessed Soul. Fucking dick. Goodbye. Oh! That's a wrap for you, boy. Bloodstone Shard and some gemstones. Let's head into the next one. I like how the fuse does not unlit. It's the fuse on the hammer's trigger is still lit. So even with the visceral attack, we still have the fire elemental damage until we've used the charge, the explosive charge of the weapon. An upward swing? Just an upward swing, but if you press and hold it, he brings the hammer down in a heavy hammer-like fashion. I like that. So obviously we got a pendulum room. We got a ladder here. We'll take that up. What dropped? Huh. Don't know what that was. Didn't see an enemy. Alright, now we're in the pendulum room. Bam! And there's another madman. My hammer's bigger than yours, girl. Oh, I love this thing. This is awesome. Sage's Wrist. More ritual materials. And more Madman's knowledge. Now we'll go back and check out that other passage that we missed. That takes care of him. I should just go back to the Hunter's Dream, put on the blood runes, the moon runes, because at this point, I mean, I'm not even getting the advantage of the other ones. Oh, maybe I could. Let me see. I probably could do a visceral attack and get some healing. That would be a boon if I actually did it. Pebbles, Quicksilver bullets. That's it. That's all that's here. Wow. Alright, we'll jump down. Anything that we don't need to go worry about there, so we're gonna head into the next area. Our second chalice dungeon. Nope, wrong way. Right, not left. So we'll head into this area, light the lantern. Hi guy, listen, I need you to get up. I need you to help me heal. So, visceral attack, easy health. Bingo. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna open the chest now. Gate to our front will be our way out. Way forward is to our right. I could hear the madman somewhere in this building. I just heard her shrieking when she was chasing after something, so... Like, okay, alright, we know you're here. I'll set up here. Door to our right, chest to our left. Get the chest first. Grab the 2 mold. Here we have a Uber Ghoulie. Dickhead. Throwing knife. And now we will go back into this passage and open up the door that we saw at the top of the ladder to our right. Now, making our way across this pass here to our right. Bring that heat home, girl! Bam! Love it. I'm never gonna get tired of using this. This is gonna be one of my new favorites. I'll probably make this my dungeon. I'll probably make this one of my favorite dungeon-based weapons. I'll have to upgrade it, of course, because it's not at full power. But can you... I mean, this is just an easy. Can you imagine what this bitch will be like when at full power? It's fucking sick. I mean, I don't think it'll be a one-hit wonder, but for blunt damage, man. I think I went the wrong way. Let me double back. Yep, I think this is my way out. I got a rating. Great. Open the gate. Side area ahead, almost surely. Yep. He just goes flying. They just go flying when I just bring that shit down on them. Ah, we got an undead giant. Now this will be a real test. See what damage this bitch can do. Took care of them. Open the chest to the left for ritual blood. How you doing, guy? What's going? Wow. Wow. 3 hits, maybe, if that. And I know they're vulnerable to blood damage, so that is definitely a margin. What is the strength of this thing? This is only level 6, and I don't even have a third blood gemstone in this thing. This is crazy. This is awesome. I love it. Gonna head up the ladder here. Over here on the right, we got a body with some blood vials. I'm going to change my weapon, though. I like playing with that. That's fun, but I want to see what else I can do with whatever else I can deal with. So let me go ahead and let me play with the recoil. This is Lady Maria's weapon. So let me play with this for a little bit. Over here, we got Quicksilver bullets. And then over here, we got Ritual blood. Alright, so we got dagger and sword combination. I think I'll test this weapon when I go to face a boss. Question is, can I use it with elemental powers? That's the question. Can I use fire paper and shit with it? Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be nasty. What's its strength? Alright, so we got its main basis is thrust-based weaponry, so it's a skill-based weapon, so essentially this will be just as good as the other. Grab the 2 mold from the coffin, and then we'll make our way out of here. Definitely like that. Not a bad weapon. I kind of like it. It's got some solid feel to it. Did I? Oh, I already been up here. Duh. I think my exit is here. No, it's probably. Oh, we got an ambush. Yeah, I may fuck with this weapon too. There's a few of these things I'm gonna definitely like keep it around. But I'll have to figure out a way to purpose them because there's gonna be some weapons that are just gonna serve a purpose, and there's gonna be other ones that just don't. I don't know. It depends really on how well this performs with boss fights. So, here's our exit. Climb the ladder, and we'll get to the next boss. Keeper of the Old Lords. All right, homie. Woo! I like it. It's got stagger effects too. I can feel the stagger. I can see that because he was staggered from that. So it's definitely got some of the touch from Lady Maria's Blade of Mercy. So let's go back to the Hunter's Dream and change our runes because these other runes are just they're kind of overkill. We're not really even getting much use out of them. I will also we'll stash the Hunter's Axe that we got. We don't really need that right now. I don't want to carry around weapons that I haven't really gotten around to upgrading yet. We'll sell the Tantris though. And we'll go and put the Impurity rune on because we'll get some. We'll get the. Maybe we'll get lucky and we'll get some vermin. Ugh. God, I'm tired. I need to eat maybe. After the stream, I will. So let's sell all these gemstones that are garbage that we don't want. And we'll go ahead and sell the Tantris as well for 13,000. And I think we'll also upgrade our weapon. If we can. Not yet. Actually, we'll do the stat first.
Very well.
Not really getting much of anything there, are we? Alright, now we'll go back into the fray with the Chalice Dungeon and finish that up. We're at Layer 2. And then we'll go from there. After this Chalice Dungeon, I think we'll go right back to the Nightmare Mensis and get a little bit further along with that, shall we? Mm-hmm. So now we're in Lair Labyrinth level 3, and we're going to head into the main area directly ahead of us. No side areas looks like as of yet, so that's good. Less work for us. Bell ringing woman rings a sinister bell. So obviously our gate is leading us to the front. We got a ladder to the left. We're going to explore the door to the right, though. Bone marrow ash and a ghoulie. Lots of thrust attacks there. Another pendulum room. Nothing of significance. So let's double back up the ladder and head down that tunnel where that one ghoulie came out of. That's obviously where we came. Here's where he came from. In the back here, thick cold blood. The pendulum room that we were just in. And the gate switch leading out of here. Yeah, I definitely would fuck with this weapon. This is actually pretty good. It's not as... I was thinking it wasn't going to really have much in the way of damage output to it, but with my skill power being so high, this weapon is actually driving the point home pretty damn good. And it's only a level 6, much like the boom hammer, so it's hitting the point home, but I also have to remember we're also on lower difficulty, so the real test will be... I mean, we've seen what it does in this chalice dungeon, but what would it do in this place like, say, the Isu chalice dungeon? We'll need to do that next. That'll be a telling point. I mean, but I'm definitely gonna mess with this weapon. This is a good weapon. So obviously we want to go up the ladder here now. A messenger bath. And here, it looks like we pretty much can do the same thing we did before. Buy all these weapons that we didn't have access to, blah, blah, blah. And resources as we need to for a jacked price that they provide. Out of my way, dick. Open the chest, and we got 2 mold. Now we'll double back. And there's a passage over here. Go ahead and open the chest coffin, stone chest, whatever you want to call it. And then we got 3 bloodshot eyeballs, more ritual items for more chalice dungeons. I love getting ritual items, and it's actually so fun to literally play a lesser chalice dungeon because you can get so many resources in the way of chalice dungeon materials, particularly, especially when you're doing offerings for different types of rites. Huge breath of fresh air. So let's go back the way we came. Here's the main chamber. There's our way out. but I want to see what's up here, and I think this is where we're going to find our sinister bell bitch causing us trouble. We're coming for you, girl. This may be a side area. Or an extension of the side area. Quiet. So the sinister bell has been eliminated. And it looks like we got a giant cavernous area. And we got some of those little centipede enemies. And some other enemies. So let's go find what's in this little prize hole here. I hear a nightmare. What a dick. The fucking nightmare got away. So we're gonna have to cheese him out, make him come back. What an asshole. All because Ghostface, dickhead there, wants to play Children of the Corn with his little fucking sickle. I don't see where he went. I heard him, but I couldn't see him. It was too damn dark. Let's cross our fingers and see where he appears. Damn you. So let's go back up the ladder now that we took care of all that nonsense and see what the hell was up here that we didn't get to see before. Obviously there was a gate there. Obviously we had thick cold blood here on this body. Another ambush. So let's head across here. Maybe a dead end. Nope. It's going to take us into another courtyard overlooking thing. She'll drop us quicksilver bullets from the madman, and then we have the chest here, which will have an odd blood tinged gemstone. And then over here, another one, a chest holding bloodshot eyeballs. Now we'll head into this area, and some ritual blood level 3. Get him out of our way. And then another one over here. So essentially now we'll have these little centipede little things. We'll get some arcane haze for that. Keeping my eyes open for any other enemies and resources. Antidote, level 3. A few more of these centipede things. I see we have something up there we need to grab, so let's go up there, this ladder, and grab that. More 3 throwing knives, and then we have a door exit. That may be our way out. We'll have to make a mark there. Matter of fact, where's my coin? Put a coin over here, we'll see it from far away. Now we have a door here. This may be... So, some of these enemies don't stagger, particularly sub-boss enemies, so it seems that's obvious. Now we'll open the coffin here. And inside, more Madman's Knowledge. So essentially, so far, the only thing we really got and gained from this was, you know, we got Madman's Knowledge, but we didn't really get... I mean, we got Madman's Knowledge, but we got the Uncanny Axe, but that's as far as we got, so... I don't know. It's kind of a bit... Let me see if I get some Great One's Insight from coffins with Madman's Knowledge. That would be a nice benefit, wouldn't it? Find out you got Madman's Knowledge on top of Great One's Insight. Let's see if that exploit works. Come on, come on, come on. Cross my fingers here. If I get Madman's Insight, if I get Madman's Knowledge and I get Great One's Insight behind it, that'll be dope. Now, that's too bad. I was really hoping I would get some Great One's Insight. It would actually be pretty dope, but I'll take what I can get. I'm not going to complain. It would be, I mean, for every rune you get from the coffins, or weapon you get from the coffins, you get Great One's Insight. So I guess I probably would be kind of reaching or hoping for too much for them to give me Great One's Insight in that fashion. So, I mean, I had to try. So we're gonna head out this way into this room here. Obviously, this is gonna be our way out. I gotta find the ladder though. So head up the ladder, and then we're gonna go across the bridge over here. Make our way out across this rickety wooden bridge. And then we'll make our way to the third Chalice Dungeon boss lair. Hopefully, not a side area ahead of us. Nope, no side area. Well, we got a target. Where is he? Right there. All right, let's get to business. Let's see what kind of enemy we're gonna fight. Ah, the watchdog of the old lords. I'm not even gonna change my outfit for this. I might be able to kill him without it. Let's see. Fire, damp, blood gem, and that is all for that chalice dungeon lair, but we got one more beyond. So let's keep going. And you got a side area ahead with lair number 4. So we're gonna open up this path here. And it looks like we got a couple ghoulies, and a bell-ringing bitch, as well as a couple mad man-eating pigs. Oh, hello. Who fired that? Where you at, dickhead? Right there. Alright. I see you now. I'm gonna have some fun with the church cannon. That's fun. I like it. Is the church cannon got any power to it, or it's got some power? I should have used church cannon's got 400. This is the cannon's got. Oh, this is a really big one. Wow, that thing looks fucking huge. I mean, how does it even hold that thing? That is like ridiculous. Now we got the Gatling gun. Let's try the Gatling gun. Essentially, I just want to take a quick gander around, make sure there's nothing I'm missing. No nightmares, no resources, nothing. Alright. You got a pig above us, obviously. I can hear that bastard. He's right above us. So he's going to be on the second, he's going to be on the upper balcony of that area. Get the nightmare. Tempering Blood gemstone. Over here, antidote. Down here, a tunnel axis. More antidote. I'll walk up and backstab this one. Some ritual blood, and a dog. Two mold, and then we got two bodies here. One with thick cold blood, and the other one with 6 throwing knives. Now we're on the second level, so we'll just make our way to the next destination. We got 2 paths here, Jesus, converging in different directions. Alright, this will take us into this room. Tempering Blood gemstone, and a coffin. We'll still sweep the upper catwalk, just because we have something opportunity-wise we can get up there. And then we got bolt paper, 3 from the we got 6 bolt paper in all. So 3 basically supplanted the 3 that we used already from the previous exchange doing the Nightmare of Mensis. Or no, not the Nightmare of Mensis, the lecture building. In here, bodies, quicksilver bullets, 4, 3 of ritual blood. And now we'll head into this direction. Anything on the balconies? Just this asshole who is firing on me with that cannon. Dickhead. Got some items at the far end. Got a ghoulie and a pig at the far end as well. Some 2 mold. You know, that is actually pretty cool. That is actually not a bad weapon. I might actually have to keep that weapon. I'm not too big on the cannon because it eats up too much, and I just don't see much of a return on the power that it promises. I don't know, maybe if I practice more and I get the right, you know, blood tinge style play, maybe my opinion will change of that. But so far, I think the biggest thing I can hope to get is that ridiculously huge amount of firepower with that weapon. Alright, so it doesn't look like there's anything really much else we need to get here, so we can actually double back and continue on into our next Chalice Dungeon lair. Take a left and enter lair 4. Light the lantern, and in we go. I saw you. See a ghoulie in the distance. I'm going to use a piercing rifle. Piercing rifle is really powerful. If you get the gemstone up to make it stronger, you can actually really get this guy with his big distance. The added effect of the piercing rifle is the fact that it has greater range, I think, than most of your standard firearms. So essentially, you could make this into a very effective sniper rifle if you use the monocular. Though you have to use the monocular to really be effective with it. Matter of fact, I'm going to try that right now. See how far this thing can shoot. I'm going to get a little closer. I don't want to get too close because I don't want to give my position away to the dog. Right there. Come on, boy. Bam. There you go. So if you're really kind of hesitant about the distance of a shot, you know, take advantage of it. Motherfucker! I don't know why I couldn't hit him. He was like, couldn't lock on. 7 ritual blood inside the chest. 3 quicksilver bullets inside the other chest. So essentially this is just one big resource stash back here. Now we're gonna head into here. I got a blood liquor here on the right. Let's take advantage. We'll take care of her. She's here. Might as well. That's where we came from, so we're going to climb up the ladder now. Open the door. Got an asshole at the far end with the cannon. Grab the tomb mold. Grab the thick cold blood. And then that. And then I'll grab the throwing knives on the 6 throwing knives there. It's a bit of a delay if you're not careful. You want to dodge in there and get the visceral attack on them like really fast because of the kickback of the rifle. So it may not be the best option for getting visceral attacks. The piercing rifle does have a big kickback on it, so essentially it may delay you just enough to avoid to not get the visceral attacks. So, but if you are faster with your prompts, maybe you can do a better job than I can, because that was definitely not my best. I have gotten visceral attacks before, as you saw. It is doable. I don't forget that trap, but it's okay. We were going back this way anyway. It is doable, but it is not. It's not without its issues. So probably best to just stick to like the hunter pistol, the hunter blunderbuss, or the Evelyn per se. So, but now we're in the 4th dungeon lair, and we're gonna see what we got here. So let's prepare. And we will have the undead giant. Bang, bang, bang. And with that, we got an Adept Blood Gemstone, and that will conclude this Chalice Dungeon in its entirety. Now we can head back to the Hunter's Dream and continue with our quest of the Nightmare of Mensis. We're basically going to be switching back and forth. You know, one Chalice Dungeon, a little bit of the Nightmare, back to the Chalice Dungeon, and a little bit more of the Nightmare. So up here is essentially what we just did, I believe. Nope, that's a Hinter Tomb. What we did is right here. So let's repair our weapons or upgrade them if we can. Everything got a piece of that. Everything got a little taste of the action there. So let's see. I definitely want to improve. Definitely gonna improve the boom hammer. That's a fun weapon to play with. I'm gonna enjoy playing with that. Bloodstone chunk, 5 out of 12. Not gonna be able to max out that far though. Let's see. Recoil, 3 stone chunk, and we'll go ahead and do. Definitely do the stake driver. And we'll definitely take the chance to use up some of our accumulated echoes here. If you do come in, do feel free to say hi. I'm not going to eat your liver. You're not going to wake up in a tub of ice with a kidney missing. Say hello. Let us meet you. I want my peers and my viewers to feel welcome. Give us any input or feedback or ask any questions if you wish to know anything. So we got all the insight used. And now we're going to head right for the Murgo's base. I believe that's going to be not... Is it going to be here? That's not it. Nope. It's probably got to be further up, right? Right here? Okay, Murgo's Loft base. Here we go. So, and that's essentially what I want to do. I want to hopscotch back and forth between the Nightmare of Mensis, doing the main story, because we've completed the DLC. There is no more of the quest lines to be done. Essentially, we're pretty much a free agent. Do what we want now. But I will change my weapon, though. I'm going to go ahead and use the Beast Hunter Scythe. And the... Well, I'll use a I haven't used a Replicash for a hot minute, so I think I'll use that. You guys hit like pussies. once we've dispatched all of those enemies, we effectively will head up around and go over here to grab the more 2 blue elixirs. Now we will head down, where we contend with some of Murgo's more. I guess you would. I mean, in my opinion, these guys look like slave masters. They do. They look like slave masters. Okay. Alright, guy, you're starting to annoy me. Enough! Fucking dick. Fat bastard. So once we deal with Fat Ass, after that annoying little exchange, we'll contend our way around these guys slow and methodically to basically just pick them off one by one. Grab the Madman's Knowledge off the body, and then head directly to the right and around. Obviously, these guys will be more aggressive than their other counterparts from earlier. Dirty, damp blood gemstone. Definitely gonna want to wait for this big asshole to come here, because I don't want them giving away my position. Dirty, damp blood gemstone off the body, and then we're gonna make our way carefully around here and grab these little doodads that are just hanging on the cliff. Lead elixir, and then we're gonna board the elevator and head up. Now we are at the middle part of Murgo's loft. Essentially, now we're gonna make our way around and just, neutralize a few of these enemies, get some easy echoes, and then we'll make our way through and around and up. We want to jump into that little cage there. Shit! Dead. I really hate that. That sucked. That sucked. That was ass. That was ass. I should have actually, I fucked up too because I actually forgot that there was a middle elevator there that I should have took it down to the base. That way I could have avoided that. And I wasn't thinking, I was so geared on killing that one enemy. Alright. Fuck it. It is what it is. What are you gonna do? That was fucking crazy though. So we'll wait for the elevator to come down. We'll make our way through. We're not even gonna bother tangoing with all those enemies. We're just gonna rush right through them. Because I'm not gonna mingle with this nonsense. So we'll just bypass these ones. These ones won't be too much of a threat. They won't engage you. So we'll just bypass them, run down, make our way around, avoid the slaver right here. Oh, we'll get rid of him anyway. Fuck it, might as well. 12,000 echoes anyway, right? Fucker! You ain't about that life, midget. Get out of here. Go join the circus or something. This one looks like he could be in the circus. Fucking, he's got that look of like Renaissance with the horns, you know what I mean? Come on, boy. Come on. Come here. Bye-bye. There we go. So, 58,000 echoes just for taking them down, so I might as well... I'm not going to waste my time with the other ones, but these ones were different, so... Definitely don't like the replica show. It's definitely not delivering hitting home attacks. I think I need better gemstones, but yeah. Antidote. Now we'll get up here. You know what? Now we will go ahead and lower this elevator. But we're not going to go down it. I want to get over here and get this other one up. Oh, what the fuck again? Maybe I'm not. Maybe I just got to dive roll into it. I can't remember. Nope, that's not gonna work either. I got in there earlier. What the hell? I got in there before. What is the problem now? Shit! Again. I hate this. These awkward. I mean, timing is obviously key to the jump. And I just fucking died again. What the fuck is this? What is this shit? Who puts a cage like that? And like, who does that? That is just so stupid. At least I actually had the brains to actually lower the elevator now. Thank fuck. Because that would have been an absolute annoyance. Now I can go back easier versus the other way. I have to go through the circus of going through all that again. Well, I got my echoes back there. Now, let's try to get this goddamn jump. I'm gonna not quitting until I get it. Thank you, finally, fucking ass. Now, we'll go over here. Dispatch those enemies there. Obviously down here we'll have more malformed things in the form of these crow dogs. Grab the bloodstone chunk, grab the kin cold blood, dispatch the other one as well. And then we will head into the next area of taking on Mikalesh, host of the nightmare. Nope, wait a minute. We got something over it. I thought I saw something. Okay. So, okay. Here we are with Mikolash, host of the Nightmare. Essentially, Mikolash is going to be the asshole, the host, basically the master of the school of Mensis. Basically, we took him out in the first game. So essentially what we're going to do here is effectively we're going to set up shop to potentially kill him easier this time around because now we have our hands on the Simon Bowblade. But the added effect of this is going to be the fact that we have the same strategy as before. Essentially, we're going to basically get him to such a point where we're going to just cheese him from having to chase him down because we don't want to fight him in that enclosed space of a room. Because obviously he's just going to use magic. Essentially, the two biggest weapons he's going to have is the Aug of Verbritis and the Call Beyond. Call Beyond will almost certainly guarantee kill you every time. Doesn't matter what you're wearing, doesn't matter what your stats are. So essentially, we're going to try to avoid that. And we're going to do that by basically using things like the poison knives, regular throwing knives, and then on top of that, also some bone marrow ash. I've got the Evelyn and I've got the Simon Bowblade, so essentially it doesn't really matter what you go with, but it is just pretty much prevalent to the fact that you're just going to have that measure of influence. It's going to give you that much more in the way of protection, so why don't you put on some swag, the swaggy little hairdo, my hat. So let's head into here. So Mikolash will immediately be appearing. We need to find him. Obviously, he will be easy to find. Grab the Quicksilver bullets there. Go ahead and hit him with some throwing knives. Essentially, he's just going to keep porting because we're doing the poison damage to him. So it's a glitch that basically just enables him to just continue to port, and port some more. He's right down there. Shut up with your howling, you fucking fruitcake. So we're gonna get him again with some more poison knives.
You once did.
That's right, follow me into here, asshole.
Oh, majestic! A hunter is a hunter, even in a dream.
So once we gotten through the first stage of it, he'll obviously teleport away. The stairwell to our right will lead us up to where he's actually at, but we're going to head down first because we have a nightmare down here we want to get, as well as some other resources. So get the 3 bloodstone chunks. And get rid of Rom's things. Get the sedative, get the bloody damp blood gem. And then we're going to head down more to another couple of enemies. Then after that, down here, you'll find Madman's Knowledge. This is where we found the Blood Moon rune, so we got more Madman's Knowledge. Essentially, a lot of the resources we got for the first playthrough essentially will be replaced by either Madman's Knowledge or Kin Cold Blood. Now we'll head up. And here's our stairwell leading up. We'll have some enemies in our path. I just keep skipping this goddamn dialogue like I give a shit. You've always said it like 4 fucking times, buddy. So we're gonna do the same thing again from here. Get into position and see if we can... Oh, it doesn't look like we're gonna get the chance. So he will get away through the mirror. Cackling and giggling is some fucking weirdo. But over here, we're gonna head over here and grab the bloodstone chunk. That is actually where he's gonna run to. We're not gonna do that though. We're gonna double back and head down the stairs, and he will be... I believe he'll drop down into here. There he is. Alright, so here's where we're going to do with our business of taking him down. So, grab the bone marrow ash, fire a shot. And this is essentially what we're going to do. Cheese, cheddar, American, provolone, and mozzarella, and maybe Swiss too while we're at it. Little taunt like, ugh. So we pretty much got through that part. Now they pretty much can drop down here, and now we are free and clear to go about the business of taking down anything else. So here we have the Quicksilver bullets on the left. This is typically where we would find the key leading us to him, but we still have a little bit of an area we can explore here, so we're going to take advantage of that and go down first. And then head into this passage over here and around, and inside here, over here, we will have the iron door key, and then over there, back in the I was looking for right there, was in this little nook of this library, Kin Cold Blood. So, and that will open up the path for us to get to the next area. So we're gonna make our way up now. The passage that we originally navigated to get up here essentially has lifted the elevator like a pathway. So essentially we're gonna head up now. And here is our way out with a lantern waiting at the end. Now I'm going to deal with the sinister bell ringing woman in this area first before I think about going back to the Hunter's Dream and getting into another Chalice dungeon. So right here we have 2 Bloodstone Chunks. But we will also access this elevator and get this working. We're going to deal with the Shadows of Yharnam first. So after we've navigated those 2, we'll have this one up here to deal with. Alright, so we've dispatched that Shadow of Yharnam. I don't know if there's something down here we can grab or not. It doesn't look like it. But what we want, effectively, is to get, not the pigs, but we want to get across here into this little latrine or aqueduct. Grab the Nightmare before he gets away, race around, and immediately get to the Sinister Bell bitch. Dickhead. And that takes care of that one and that one. Grab the Bloodstone Chunk. Grab the Blood Vials that they drop. And then we're gonna make our way pretty much up and around. Oh no! Dickhead, you almost got me. You came close. That takes care of all the Shadows of Yharnam. Now we're gonna run back and take care of these pigs. Get on its rear and visceral attack. $51,000 blood vials, kin cold blood, more kin cold blood. Let's get this one's attention. Visceral attack. Beautiful. Grab the blood vials. Charge the next pig. Cause frenzy. Bitch. Alright, that's another 50,000. That's almost 150,000 right there altogether between those 3 pigs. Over here, back a ways behind this tree, we will find a Nourishing Damp Blood Gem. Now, I could go back. I'm going to go back, but I want to go up here and get this next elevator access opened up so I don't have to go through this again. We'll go back to the Hunter's Dream momentarily after this, and then basically do another night, do another Chalice Dungeon. Here is Murgo's mother, Queen Yarnum. Inside the chest, we'll find Yosefika's Blood Vial again, available for use. Now we'll access this elevator. And we will use a Bold Hunter mark to basically make our way back to the lantern and get down there. Obviously, we'll do the side area with the Brain of Mensis, which will, you know, that's another thing we need to do, but we'll deal with that later. We're not going to deal with it right now. I want to get back to another night, another sequence for another Chalice Dungeon. First thing we're going to do is empower our character.
Very well. Let
I think I'll do skill, raise my skill by 1 point. Do I have anything? What do I have left? Let me see if I can get squeeze another level out of this. I don't think it's going to happen. I think I'm at 700,000, where I need 700,000 to level a character. So it may not happen. Let's see.
welcome. Very well.
Yep, 760,000. I am way below average. So I'm gonna need to change my my game plan here. So what we'll do now is we will go ahead and do. Let's see. We have the Hintertomb, which we can do, or I really don't want to do a cursed one. But here we have Thumerian Labyrinth one. Here we have a Loran one. And I think I'm going to go with the Loran Chalice Dungeon. So we're going to head right into the Loran Chalice Dungeon now and get that one pretty much taken care of. I think this will actually give us another one of our runes we're looking for. So cross your fingers. So right away from the jump, light the lantern and let's get into the fray with our first side area to the right. So essentially what we're going to have here is a number of things. Number one, we're going to need some beast blood. We're going to do some beast blood. We're going to use some of that up. We're going to use some Molotovs. We're going to use a blood cocktail. We're going to have some fire. We're going to use blood of Adeline. We got to remember, we got to go back and finish that quest line for that broad. So I got to remember to go back there and do that. Maybe I'll do that after this Chalice Dungeon. I'll finish up existing quest lines, which she's one. Then we'll go ahead and have the Saw Spear equipped. We'll have our Blunderbuss, because I definitely want to use that a bit more in this instance. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Threaded, no, we won't do the Threaded Cane. We'll do the Beast Cutter. So... 14,000 echoes, I'll take it. Go ahead and put on our lantern, though. And now we'll make our way up. Oh. I got 8,000 for the patient beast there. Matter of fact, we're gonna change our outfit too, just for the added measures of security, because I don't know what kind of what enemies will run into with fire in their favor here. Chest in front of us, open it. Ritual blood level 5. Door to our left. Over a hallway, it looks like. Blood vials to our left as well. Grab those before you move on. What do we got below us? Multiple werewolves. I see one werewolf at least, anyway. And then... Yep, multiple werewolves. One in the back, one on the left. I see them both now. I'm pretty sure we'll have cleric beasts. Well, we'll have clerics in this area. Little demon-looking assholes who cast spells. So we got this door here. Another werewolf. Let's go ahead and greet them. $17,000 echoes. Very nice. So now we pretty much obviously know there is no ways of going around, so we're going to take the stairwell back in this main passage down and find our way down there. Check the sides of the stairs, nothing there. Fire damp blood gem. Matter of fact, we'll put on our medicine too. Just because I don't want to be poisoned too much. Making sure there's nothing hidden behind the boxes. So essentially what I want to do now is I'm gonna put on my piercing rifle here. And what I want to do is I want to get as much of these beasts congregated around this fire as possible. Damn it! That didn't work. Why the hell does it always do that? I mean, really, why do you guys do that? You gotta destroy the oil urn? Like, really, bro? Such a pain in the ass, that is. I had him perfectly set up, and because he want to wail it, you know, he wants to wail on everything, he basically destroys the fucking thing I was going to detonate. I wish they would just bring them there and they wouldn't attack. That was the thing. It would bring them there like a bloodhound, but they won't attack it. What are they attacking? There's nothing there to attack. So, okay, we got multiple Nightmare Apostles. I want them to come here. Come here. Come on. I don't want these guys coming. You gonna get me? Come and get me. Come and get me. There you go. I would not recommend using the beast blood unless you're really aggressive in this case, because it may give you power, but it also gives them more chance to kill you because it makes them able to do more damage to you. So use it with care. And there we have it, the anti-clockwise metamorphosis rune, which essentially is what we were looking for in its infancy. Where the hell is the other? I hear another one of those little bugs. I can't see the little bastard. Now, I could very well go ahead and do another one of those cheese tricks, but I think I'm going to wait. I'm going to actually come back here and do this again, and it will be here. I don't want to waste that because ultimately, I don't want to waste the chance that I could probably get blood lickers. So essentially, I'm going to just vacate the area and see if I get lucky and get the blood licker to spawn. They love blood, so beasts. I've killed a couple werewolves, and I've killed the madman, which the madman is a surefire way of guaranteeing one of those little bitches will show up. So I'll take my leave and just come back here another time. Hopefully I'll hear one. So now that we've navigated that, we're going to head into our first major area. Light the lantern. Gate to our front. Door to our left. And that's it. So let's go. I can hear rats. Tunnel system below us, obviously. Door directly to our front. Let's explore that. We got beast patience here. Loran's Silver Beast guarding the lever for the area's gate. Go ahead and open the path. I'm trying to see. I think we went. Yeah, we went that way. Here's where our rat friends are. And that will take care of that threat. I'm not sure where the rats are from though. I heard rats. I'm sure I heard rats. So I don't know where they went. But over here, stone coffin, 2 ritual blood inside, unless... There they are. Cheeky little bastards. So there, essentially, we'll take care of that. Now we'll make our way back to the main chamber. Matter of fact, let's take a detour back just a little bit. I want to make sure that I got a side area there that essentially there was a blood liquor. If there wasn't, then I'm just going to respawn. I'm going to do the cheese. I gave her plenty of time for this bitch to appear, so let's see if she did show up. Head down the stairs. Move to the left. And another left. Ah, that a girl. I knew you wouldn't let me down. So essentially, let's go ahead and get our Moonlight Sword equipped. Let's go pop her blood bag of a cherry. $22,000 echoes. Not really that much, but it's something. Better than what I had. I was just getting 1,000 echoes from the previous dungeon, if you recall. So, Loran has definitely got a good place where it's not too hard, but it's not too easy, and you get a good proportion number of echoes. If you use the right runes, this would be a good place where I would say you could farm for echoes. I mean, you could do Isu, you could do Thumerian Ill, but Loran is the sweet spot for me. I think so, anyway, in my opinion. Loran is a sweet spot. Not too hard, not too easy, and you get just a good enough amount to satisfy your needs. So, let's head on through. Into our first Chalice Dungeon Lair boss. Adio, mio. Bloodstone chunk and a fire damp blood gem. Awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and get some blood bullets, heal, and then head down the Chalice Dungeon with layer number 2. Once we in here, directly head for the door. No side areas in this particular section, so that's good. Light the lantern. Remember the queen. Okay, I guess. Side area to the right. And a passage to the right. What's in here? Lever waits ahead. So obviously this is pretty much where the lever is going to take us, so essentially we'll not go that way just yet. Instead we'll go down. We got a chest here, open it up. Fucking damn it. Fucking werewolf. Here we got a nightmare. We'll get him. Another fire damp blood gemstone. Now I guess we can go back. We got what we needed. The werewolf obviously was a target, and the nightmare down here, so now we'll be able to open up that door and proceed forward. A werewolf in our path? No problem. We'll use a hunter pistol this time. Come on, boy. Bring it. Bye. Blood vials. And then the silver beast directly ahead of us. Stop playing with me. You gonna fight me or not? Just kinda hoping I would be able to visceral attack him, but he was playing too many games. Go ahead and pull the switch, and then we'll head back the way we came. Gate will be to our left, leading out of this dungeon area. I don't know if we'll have a side area, so let's see. Yep, we got a side area. So we'll take care of that, and then we'll move on to Lair 2, boss fight. Get some pebbles out. Quick several bullets on the body in front of us. Nothing at the bottom of the stairs, but I hear a silver beast, which means he's right there. So we'll sneak around and we'll backstab him, get him out of our way. Done. Tempering blood gemstone. Now we'll head through this passage here. Goodbye, werewolf. Another werewolf down, a blood tinged gemstone, a blood gemstone from him as well, 17,000 echoes. Head up the ladder. Oil urns in place. Got a number of side areas here we need to explore, so... roundabout, looks like a roundabout path. Just leads us back to the main entry point here. Takes us a long way around, effectively. That's all that was. That was a waste of time. So now we will head down the ladder again. There'll be a door down here we want to check out. I believe. Yep, right there. What's here? Nothing but ritual materials are way ahead, so... Alright, we know what's here, so obviously this is a extension area. keeping my eyes open for clerics on the ceiling. Don't see them, so I'm going to use the overhang as cover, though, just to be safe. Bolt paper on this body. More oil urns, so gotta burn some oil urns because I'm actually overfilling with oil urns. Oh, sounds like we got a clerk after all. That's a wrap. So we got rid of him. Coffin is now accessible to us, so let's open that up. And inside we'll find some red jelly, which I will be gladly taking. Over here, some more chests. And in this chest, more red jelly. And a little chest over here. Tomb mold. Let's grab the oil urns off this body here. Just one oil urn, so... Now we gotta find our way up there. I think I know the way. I think it's back. I think it's a little bit ways back, but we can find it. So let's make our way back. And I think it's gonna be this passage here is gonna take us back to the stairwell. The door to our right at the top of the stairs is essentially where we want to go. Bingo. What do we have here? Scourge of Pity. Why do you guys put these fucking notes everywhere? Like, the word... you know what? You're an ass. What a waste of life. Fuck. I mean, come on. Stop being a dick. Stop being a troll. Do not feed the trolls. Here's our cleric. Let's get rid of him. So, we pretty much have nothing else up here that we need to grab, so we're going to make our way down and just get out of here. We've got our side area pretty much opened up. We got the coffin. We got the reward. Let's get back to business of taking down the second dungeon boss. So, vacate back all the way here. I thought I heard a blood liquor. Doesn't sound like... Sounds like a parcel alarm. Head back through here. Up the stairs, out the way you came in. And then just head directly for the main secondary boss area. Alright, let's rock and roll. The beast-possessed soul. Come on, boy. Keep using your fucking magic. Goodbye. You're cooked. So with that, we got a tempering damp blood gem as well as a bloodstone chunk. Use the ladder, the lantern, and head down the elevator. Now we'll head left, side area immediately into our right. Definitely gonna use some fire paper and go from there. So once we get to that point, we're gonna head to this room here, and it looks. Oh, hello! Immediately, we're being attacked by a werewolf. Wow, that was aggressive as hell. I didn't expect him to be on the other side of the door waiting. He was waiting. He was waiting and He was waiting and ready. Wakey, wakey for me. So once we've taken care of those two werewolves, let's find the other. Is there anything else here? No. Alright, we got a door here. Let's make our way through. Funnel. Looking like it's going to empty into a cavern. A nightmare directly ahead of us. Alright, we got more beast patients over here. Oh, they're nasty. Alright, I gotta get... Go on, boys, eat up. Oh, damn! I didn't think he was gonna hit me that hard. It didn't seem like he was gonna hit me that hard. Fuck. Oh, I was trying so hard to like congregate them to a certain area, but you know, I probably should have. Yeah, I'm probably gonna not use the cutter for a little while. I think the threaded cane. The thing is, the beast cutter. It may hit really hard, but the problem with it that I have is it's so fucking slow. I mean, I probably think it would do a little bit more in the way of stagger damage, but it just isn't doing it. I mean, I get more results with my threaded cane than I do anything else. So I think I'm going to put that on for added effects of crowd control, because that's a big collection of enemies there at one place. And you get the added effect of the rally. The rally is even better. Alright, let's try this dance again. Definitely gotta put my lantern on. Alright, dickhead, give me back my fucking echoes. Yeah, this is a lot better. I just don't like being cornered. I don't like sticking to just one weapon, though. That's the thing. I want to get variety. Alright, so here we have ourselves back here. We got some blood vials. Let's get some blood bullets. What do we got up here? Hearing footsteps. Where the hell are they coming from? Alright, here we go. Get rid of that snake pit. More beast patients here. Keeper of the Old Lords. What a joy. How you doing, guy? Nope. Bye. Nope. Ah, you got away, fucker. I was gonna visceral attack him. You fuck. You mold off the body in the corner. Bunch of dead pig carcasses back here. Open the coffin, and inside we will find Great One's wisdom. Awesome. Got to remember to go back and get that Great One's wisdom too from the earlier part of this this battle. Now we'll head up. See where this takes me. Looks like this will take me to another area. Blood vials on the body. And a gate. Leading me into another cavern. Beast patient on the right. 2 of them. Easily dispatched. And then we have a little enclosed space. We got 2 beast pellet. Make that 4. 4 quicksilver. Make that 8 quicksilver. Now we'll double back. Take the tunnel access back to the main cavern. And then I don't think there is anything else for us to find here. I don't see any other cave entrances or gates. So I guess we'll head back to the main chamber and continue on with Lair 3. So head back to the main chamber. We took down the werewolves, back to the main stairwell, leading a roundabout to this main passage leading to Lair 4 directly ahead of us. And then we will light the lantern. Obviously the gate leading out of here will be directly to our front, behind that ladder. Do a sweep, nothing on the ground level. Let's head upstairs to the second level. Yeet. We got a chest, and we got a werewolf guarding that door. Bad dog, listen. From the safety behind the door, we killed the werewolf, grabbed the gemstone he drops, opened the stone coffin in front. 4 Bastard of Loran inside. Only exit point looks like it's going to be in this room here. 2 doors. 1 to the right, leading down a ladder. And another passage. Interesting. An extension area? Maybe. Man, this is getting labyrinthian like a motherfucker. Before we go up, let's finish our sweep down on this level first. Multiple werewolves. Let's get their attention. Three werewolves. Wow, okay. Stakes are high on this one. Beast Hunter Gemstone. Nice. Level 6 too. And a Tempering Blood Gemstone level 6 as well. We got a chest here as well. Let's open that up. The Bolt Damp Blood Gemstone. We got a... looks like this may be the courtyard area that was above us there. And another passage. Another chest here on the left wall, on the farther wall away as you come in. And a stairwell, likely leading to a coffin or a switch. I'm guessing a coffin. Blood vials on the left. Bolt paper on the right. Visceral attack him so that the parasites don't jump out of his body. One less problem for you to deal with. Grab the fire damp blood gemstone and then open up the coffin, and inside we will find another fire damp blood gemstone. You know, I figured they would actually use more than just fire damp blood gemstones, but I guess fire is the go-to because it is essentially a beast chalice dungeon, so you probably would want gemstones that are essentially gifted with fire elements. But I also do want to use other elements besides fire. I'm just saying. How about some physical damage ones? How about some poison ones? You know? I mean, I don't know. Just a thought. Get rid of the clerk. Open the chest. Cold, blooming flowers. And then another blooming cold blood flower off the cleric's body. And then we can basically make our way back. Oh, wait. Chest. Almost missed it. On the right. More blooming cold flowers. Man, we're getting a lot of good ritual materials here. I'm liking this. This is good. Body over here. Blood vials. Let's heal. Alright, now we can go up. Obviously, this is a way back to where we were going, so essentially... Oh, watch out for the trap. Now we'll make our way up. Get rid of the ghoulie. No hidden passage. And then now we're back up over the courtyard here. Or over a room, a part of it, I guess. I don't know. I'm a little bit topsy-turvied here with this business. But we got a ghoulie here hiding in the incense. So we essentially have dispatched all of those threats and navigated most of this entire area. So now we can make our way back to the pre-existing area and open up the lever. This was essentially an extension of the existing area, which, you know, it's not really a side area, but I guess you could count it as a side area. So head up the ladder. And then let's get back to the task at hand of opening up that damn lever. Door there should lead us to it. Grab the blood vials off the body, though. And let's get that door open. A werewolf. Not the lever, but that door may lead us to the lever. This guy was just a guard dog. No threats, no treasures, one werewolf. And the door leading into... Where the hell is this thing going at? Ah. Wow, man. Cleric right there. Get rid of the madman. This door to our rear right here, right away. Tempering blood gemstone. Get rid of the cleric. Hobgoblin face looking sumbitch. Fucking, I'm the Jersey. My mom had the Jersey Devil looking son bitch. Alright, here we go. Lever and Madman blocking our way. Crazy bitch. Alright, that takes care of all the Nightmare Apostles as well as the Madman. Let's open the lever and get the fuck out of Dodge. We'll probably make a return trip to this point though, because I definitely want to see if we get lucky enough to see a mad, I want to be lucky to see if I can get a blood liquor to spawn. I think there's actually a blood liquor somewhere that we... Didn't we actually have one up here somewhere? I can't remember where, though. Let me just take a couple little detour trips around just to make sure that I'm not missing anything. I'm pretty sure we had a madman spawn somewhere else. I know I took one down. I just can't remember off the top of my head where exactly. Here's the coffins. This is where we took down all the werewolves. I think the madman we took down in question is going to be inside one of these rooms here. Better get my moonlight sword ready. I know there was one a little ways back we killed in the hallway, and then there was that one we just killed at the laver. So I'm pretty sure we'll have maybe at best one. At the very least we'll have one blood liquor. At the very best we'll have two. So we'll see. There's one of the bitches there, so that's one. So let's take her down. Two of them, there we go. There, one right after the other. Not too bad. I kind of wish I got some gemstones, but... So let's go ahead and run through here. And see about finding our way the hell out of here. It's a bit labyrinthian. Obviously we came that way we don't want to go. We want to go this way, I think. That's where we took down the werewolf. Alright, now we're basically in position here. There's our way out. Alright, we're back on track. It gets kind of confusing after a while. No side area? Love it. That way we can not waste any time. And we will have the Dark Beast Parl. Fucking dick. He got lucky with that. That was a lucky hit. That was a lucky hit. I mean, he's like literally like juking. And you know, that's the one thing I don't like about Parl is it's very hard to telegraph his attacks. Because he can go doing really slow attacks, and then he goes and he does a really fast attack. And just fucks your ass up. So we got 2 oil urns. And do we have any Molotov? Okay, we got some reverse Molotovs. I don't have any Molotovs, but it's okay. I don't really need any Molotovs. Oh no, you fucking don't. You are not getting me with a cheap jump attack right off the jump, right off the bat, you fucking dick. Attack these, just stop prancing around like a fucking cat. And then with that, we get the bolt abyssal blood gem, another one. So that is pretty good. So that will take care of that chalice dungeon. But before we wrap it up, I'm gonna run back in. I'll probably do that off stream though, essentially to basically get that one chalice, one rune. As a matter of fact, you know, I think I'll just do it right now and get it over and done with. Then I can take it off the board in terms of a dungeon to be done. So where is it? Right here. Okay, yeah, we'll go right into the fray and just go get it. So we'll go right back in there and get that piece of business. So we're gonna and we're not gonna go very far. Obviously, it's just gonna be the side area where we got our first rune. That's effectively where we're gonna be going. It's not pretty much any further than that, really. So. see. Do I have any blood cocktails? Okay, I do. I'm going to try this dance again and see if I can get lucky enough to do this, because this would be pretty good if I can. Oh yeah! That's what I needed. And that takes care of that werewolf. Now that's tactics for you. Good tactics. Especially if you're playing on a cursed dungeon, that's essentially the kind of stuff that you want to do so that you can get the added effect of having the advantage in battle. Come on. Come on, girl. Don't play possum. Let's go. So now we got the Great One's Wisdom, and that will pretty much cap that in that capacity. So we'll use the Bold Hunter mark. We'll get out of here. I'm not going to worry about a blood liquor for this fucking little crazy bitch and her little dead boyfriend. So we're going to head on back to the Hunter's Dream and wash our hands of this entire business with the Loran Chalice Dungeon. So, and that will basically be that piece of it right there. So let's take this one off the board. And let's go about going back to, I'm going to put on the, can't wait to get this weapon from Gurman. It's going to be so awesome to have that weapon from Gurman. I mean, I got it right here, but I like the default version one as a basis. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to the research hall and talk to the girl there, the Blood Saint patient, who's probably now transformed into her third form after we basically defeated the Orphan of Kos. I completely forgot about her almost, so we're going to go back there and get that tied off and taken care of for our quest line. Bitch. Girl.
Oh, Drip, how can you? Drip.
Okay, there may be another thing we're missing. I'm not sure. I'll have to come back here and take another look. I'm pretty sure this bitch should have been completed, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like that's happening. So let me look and see if I still have any brain fluid in my inventory, which I don't think I do. So I'm at a loss. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe I did it at an impromptu time. Let me try going back one more time and see if it changes anything. Maybe I had to talk to her first before I did that. So let's take a see. Research hall. Definitely need to get some coffee and a bite to eat. I'm getting hungry. I may actually not make 4 hours. I may cut it a little sooner than 4 hours. But it's okay because we're actually at the 3 hour, 30-minute mark almost just anyway. No, it still hasn't fucking changed, so I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe there's something I didn't grab. So I'll have to do some reading and figure it out because my memory is not really cooperating and I can't remember what I missed. I didn't think I missed anything unless maybe killing Simon fucked it. Maybe, I don't know. Well, but we'll figure it out. So right there, we're gonna go ahead and get our upgrades. I will probably stream again later tonight.
Very well.
So we'll see. There, we got a upgrade there. Upgrade our strength. And we'll go ahead and upgrade our arcane as well. And then we'll go up here and repair our weaponry and equipment. We'll fortify Beast Hunter Scythe. No, actually, I won't do that. No, I do not want to do that. What I want to do is enhance our Hunter's Torch. Now I got an added effective power in that respect for that. And then I'll save the rest of my Bloodstone chunks just for that particular opportune moment when I don't have to worry about it. So I can upgrade another weapon. So let's get ourselves our resources resupplied so we can jump right into the action right away as soon as we get the next one going. Probably we'll take a couple of hour break and I'll probably be back on at 7 p.m. tonight, which is 5:23 right now, so probably 2 hours, hour and 10 minutes maybe. We'll see. Give or take 10 minutes. And I think we'll sell some items. I gotta go through my inventory and see what I got. Obviously, I got gemstones I don't want, and I got outfit items I don't want. So let's get through all of it fast. Ah. The Yargul helm and outfit we don't want, so we'll sell that. We already have that. And the Mensis cage we don't want. And then we'll sell the gemstones that we got from those dungeons, as well as the Other World. A lot of Bolt Missile Blood Gems, but none of them are really doing anything for me except for Bolt 15. You gotta raise the stakes a little bit there, guys. You gotta give us some more than that, because that's not cutting it. That is not cutting it. I definitely want to take a look at one more thing I want to look at is gemstones that have curse. Attack versus kin, increased stamina costs. Attack down 7-3, 7-6. I'll keep some of them, but I'm not going to keep a lot of them because I don't like the idea of them. Anything that takes attack power away from you doesn't sound like a very solid thing that you want to have. I don't feel like I have any strength there. Okay, so we don't really have too many in the way of bad ones, but we didn't do any real measure of cursed gemstones. So, not a terrible layup. Now we'll go ahead and buy some resupplies of some stuff here. So, essentially what we want is definitely going to do 10 throwing knives and bone marrow ash. We'll do 30. And now that is going to be it for now. So, that's going to be it. Wow. We got a lot done there with that stream. We got through the Yargul Unseen Village. We got through the Nightmare of Mensis in the majority number. We got through not one, but 2 major chalice dungeons. Got the Uncanny Axe, got the Anti-Clockwise Rune level 3. The other chalice dungeons, I don't really think they'll yield anything because a lot of those were basically tabs. They were basically asserted to giving me those very same items. So I may actually poll one of them, or maybe 2, maybe, I don't know. I may run them all. We'll see. But we are at the stone throw of finishing the second run and getting our second story ending. We now just have to really kind of wrap up the chalice dungeons we do have, and then take down Murgo's wet nurse, and then fight Gurman. And then essentially we'll be on the way to basically doing the next major quest line of pursuing our third run and getting our third ending. So I'm very happy with that. Wasn't terribly irritating, wasn't struggling. Got a lot done in terms of progress-wise. I'm a little bit annoyed that one quest line in the Old Hunters is not completed. I don't know what that is about. I'm going to have to look that up and take a look and see what I'm missing, because I'm definitely missing something. Once I do have figured it out, I will, I won't pursue further beyond that without doing a stream. So it's going on 5:30 now. I need to get a bite to eat. I need a drink. Probably want to play with my dog for a little bit because she has to see me all day. And I'll see what shenanigans I can cause. But I'll be back on around 7, maybe 7:30 Eastern time. And I will definitely get back to probably wrapping this puppy up. We'll get through this probably tonight. And then I will set up a new swath of Chalice Dungeons for our third run. Essentially with that going forward. And then we'll basically just, take it off from there. We'll be entering New Game Plus 2 as soon as I finish this thing. So essentially it'll be the same as New Game Plus 1. Enemies will be a little stronger. Echoes will be paid out more. And then essentially all the materials and stuff that we got pretty much will be restored to the world, and we can pursue things in our normal fashion. A few different things we'll do, but essentially the underlying goal will be essentially to get the third ending. And that is our main go-to. So thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you like this. I hope you found it beneficial. Please, if you do tune in, say hello, introduce us. I'm not going to eat your liver. You're not going to wake up in a tub of ice with a kidney missing or a leg gone. You're fine. Well, I would like to know you. I would like to know you. My other viewers would like to know you. Feel free to sort of welcome us, welcome you into the fray of this little circus I've created. Feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Turn the notification bells on and your notifications to know when I'm actually getting online to do streaming. And I hope to see you the next time as we continue our live stream playthrough of the second run of Bloodborne. I am Savage Squishy 86, and I will see you guys in a little while. Later.